Welcome, marvelous makers,
and art appreciators,
to the ArtSpace podcast,
brought to you by Lemon Street Gallery and ArtSpace,
located at 4601 Sheridan Road.
Stop on by.
Come
It's
say
been a
hi.
while since
Yeah.
I said stop on by. That's kind of my catchphrase. Stop on by your favorite citrus-themed art gallery.
And your hosts today are Shelby Nesmith.
And Jake Hoy.
And today we will be talking with Diego and Dianna Villalobos. Or did I say that wrong? No.
Nope, you said it right.
Villalobos.
You said it right.
You got it right.
You said it a little like
good.
you were unsure,
Yeah.
but you were right.
Okay, good. Okay, that's good. As long as I got it right.
Yep, you got it right.
Okay, awesome.
AKA Midwest DJ Productions.
Yes. Woohoo.
In the house.
In the house.
So how are you guys doing today? Just doing a little check-in. How are you guys doing on this lovely summer
Doing
day?
great.
Doing great.
Beautiful
Great.
weather out there.
It's not as
Awesome
hot
to
as
be
it was.
Enjoying the
here.
summer.
Yeah. And we finally got some rain.
Yep.
Yay.
Although that put a bit of a damper on 4th of July festivities. See if you can guess when we're recording this.
Yeah.
Actually, this is coming out like very shortly after we're recording this. So
Yes.
everybody, we're very timely this time.
Nice.
Yes.
Somehow.
No pressure. No pressure.
Yes.
It was still a good show, but they did kind of speed things up because of the rain.
Yeah, they had to move it up, I think, so which is smart. I mean, because everybody was already scampering at the end to try to
Yep.
make it home.
Yep, this is true.
Absolutely.
Gotta
do
keep
what you
things
gotta
safe.
do.
And it was a heck of a storm.
Oh, yeah, it was vicious.
Yeah, I lost power for about 3 seconds at my house, but I think it like a lightning bolt like hit right in my
Ouch.
neighborhood. Yeah,
Jeez.
because I didn't hear anybody else complain, so it must have just been right there.
Wow.
Of course, it has to happen to the weatherman.
Yeah, I tracked it. I don't know if you guys know, but I'm a meteorologist.
Are you Jake the Weatherman?
I'm Jake the Weather Guy.
Dude, I literally never knew that. I like.
We have a
connected.
reveal live on air.
I never
my
connected the two. That's awesome. Great to meet you,
Yeah.
Jake the Weatherman.
Thank you.
Very good to meet you, Jake.
Yeah. Our listeners may know already. I'm not sure. I'm kind of coy about it because this is not the science space podcast or the
Right.
weather space.
We can make it a little
Shelby's
bit.
giving me a look right now. We're talking about weather again.
That's totally cool though.
I love talking about
Thanks
weather.
for all your hard work.
Thank you. No.
Absolutely.
But thank you guys for your hard work. You guys are tenacious. You guys are
Hey,
holy
thanks.
cow.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're getting out there, doing, making festivals, setting things up like that, doing big things. So
We try to stay
yeah.
busy.
Yep,
definitely.
trying to.
Have you guys been doing a lot of events lately? And
Events, yes.
We have a pretty full summer, and next year starting to fill up as well.
Yeah, shaping
wow,
up to
already
be a
next
pretty
year.
good-
People like to book
Luckily.
early.
We have about 60 events total this year. About half of them are weddings,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
and that's
Wedding
not
season.
including festivals.
Right. Those are kind of a
That's a
beast
totally
in and of
different. Yeah, I was
themselves,
gonna
right?
say that's a full-time
Yeah, we're starting to
job
get
in itself.
into festival planning, which is it's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm really enjoying all the connections that we're making in
Absolutely.
the community, like from doing this. It's like really
Nice.
great.
Yeah, you guys were involved with Make Music Day a couple weeks ago, I believe.
Yep. We definitely helped out with that. We helped out with the sound, and then we did some kind of advising, I guess you can call it. Helped out the bands, make sure everything sounded good, and we were right there with them throughout the day, just having fun with them and enjoying the sound for sure.
Yeah.
Oh.
Downtown block party. That was really awesome.
It's
Nice.
awesome how much events are coming back now,
Yeah.
finally.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. It's like
It's
we
really
couldn't
cool.
do them for a while, and now everybody is ready, like in full force.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool when we work together on events like that, and we're able to throw such cool vibes and energy, and yeah, we had a lot of fun with that for sure. I can't wait to do more.
Yep.
Yeah. We need that. We need the good vibes.
Oh, yes.
Really.
we,
Yeah.
yes, please.
Yep.
And having that dynamic between the two of you being a married couple doing this and tackling this, I feel like you can feel the love in you guys working together and producing these things. So it's always nice to see that kind of relationship.
Aw,
So,
thank you for saying that.
You
It's
guys have been
sweet.
married for 24 years, I think.
Yeah.
Well, we've been together for 24 years
20,
and married
okay.
for, 13 of those years?
Good chunk of time.
Wow. I mean, that's incredible. Because looking at you, it means you guys been together since what, like 5 years old?
Yeah, something like that. We met very young. I was 16 and he was 15 when we met.
We met at Bradford, actually.
Bradford, okay.
Yep. Bradford High School.
I was a Tremper kid.
Ah, okay.
But
Tremper's cool too.
I'm not into the rivalry or anything like that.
Our kids went to Tremper too. So.
Yeah, okay.
No beef. No beef.
Nothing but love here.
Yeah.
You're all
Shout out to Indian Trails too.
Yeah, shout out to
yeah, me.
all Kenosha schools.
Yes. Pretty solid school system.
Yep.
Well, we can get into some of our questions that we got here. So our questions are all about art, and because it's the ArtSpace podcast, and music is art, of course.
Totally.
And so, and we can get into that and more of like how you guys consider yourselves as artists as we talk here. But what would you guys say is like your earliest memory of maybe DJing specifically, or just music in general, or even art in general? What would you say is some of your earliest memories?
So, first, I want to point out that Dianna is a great artist. She's a phenomenal artist. So I really think that a lot of these questions, I want you to take the lead on, because some of the work that she's a graphic designer.
Oh, nice.
And she's just really good with everything she does as far as colors, as far as designing. She takes a lot of time too, and she's very attention to detail. So
Thank you.
So definitely, why don't you go and take this first one, and then I can share some of my first experiences with music.
You threw me off with all those compliments. Aww. What was the question again?
Earliest memory with art or music or
okay. Earliest memory.
Yeah.
So, earliest memory of art is when I was younger. I was very rambunctious and ADD as heck, and so I was grounded a lot. So I'd go in my room and color for hours on end.
I heard stories.
Yeah. My mom bought us this. Well, I think it was actually donated to us. This giant butcher roll of paper.
Oh yeah.
And that lasted literally my whole childhood, and I would just color forever and ever.
Doodling.
Yeah,
Oh, that's nice.
That's my earliest memory of art.
We got a couple of rolls of paper like that over there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it kind of looks like that. It was much bigger. It was like this big.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was huge.
You just doodle.
Coloring books too. I was a coloring fool. My mom called me.
Wanted to fill everything with color, so that's nice. Yay. So Diego, how did you get involved with art or music?
I have to say, my first memory of music, I was quite young. I don't exactly remember. It was at the late '80s, and my parents, they had a record player, and they had a vinyl collection.
Yeah.
And we used to listen to music in that record player. I don't remember most of the records that they had. I know they had like some disco stuff, probably some Abba and some of that kind of stuff.
I love Abba.
You do?
Yes, I went through a huge Abba phase
Abba
recently.
I did not know this.
Yes, because they put out a new, I don't know if it was a new album out recently, so it got me re-involved with Abba and disco, and I was just going through a phase of
I love disco.
Yeah, for sure.
Totally.
But there's this one record in particular that I do remember, and we still, like the family, we still like play the music every time we get together and everything. It's this band, it's a Latin artist. He's from the Dominican Republic. His name is Juan Luis Guerra. He's very, very popular. He's like one of the biggest Latin artists. And we had this record, I think it was called Bubbles of Love.
Ooh.
In Spanish, Burbujas de Amor, or something like that. And it's a classic. Still to this day, like you can ask most Hispanic families about that record, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, we know that. Like,
We got it in a box in the garage.
throw it on. We'll bop it right now. Come on.
That's a good one.
Timeless.
That's awesome. I'm a vinyl collector myself, and
nice.
So I very much have memories of dusting off the old records for my parents and getting them on what I now look back and realize was not a good turntable. It was probably damaging those things. But, they put a nickel on the thing and it's like, no, don't do
stay
that.
on there so it doesn't bounce.
No.
Hey, but it played the music.
Yeah,
at the
exactly.
end of the day,
Yeah.
and it probably sounded well. A lot of the older turntables actually sound a lot better than some of the newer digital music.
No, like those suitcase ones. Yeah, no.
Hey, could you play the record backwards to find the hidden messages?
I would try, and then only when they weren't around, though.
That was a blast.
And then they'd be like, why is this thing acting up? Somebody been messing with them. No, not me.
Scratched it up.
Why is there scratches all over these records?
Oops.
Right?
So getting into what inspired you to go down this path of coming together, making a business, and creating music, creating an environment and an energy? Because I think DJing is more than just, I sit there and make music. You create an environment and energy. You have kind of a stage presence as you're working it. So what made you decide to go into this business?
I'll let you take this one.
Okay.
Well, for me originally, it was the connection that you get and the energy that you get from, from your audience. Mm-hmm. So I got hooked on it, like many other artists do, make that connection with your crowd, and you want to do it again, and hopefully they can react in a way positive, and hopefully they can feel the energy and give it back to you. So that's one of the things that inspires me a lot, throughout our career. It's just that energy we get from the crowd, from our people.
When did you first start DJing? Do you have some like early gigs or?
Well, it's funny. Originally I was a musician. Okay. I mean, I still play a little, guitar and that, and violin actually. I studied the violin for a little bit, but I was in Washington, and I've told this story before actually.
Washington Middle School.
Washington Middle School.
I was going to say DC or state.
That's like you said you did the same thing on the other podcast.
No, I was in Washington, right down the street from
right
here.
Here,
I was a kid. I was like, I don't know, 7th or 8th grade or what have you. And they needed a volunteer to run the school dances, to hook up the system and to play the music, while we all danced.
Right.
And I raised my hand because I needed a credit, and I thought it could be kind of cool. And,
that is cool.
And I think that was my first taste, like I said, of that connection, that you get from your audience, and I fell in love with it, man. I kind of, got hooked on it.
Got to keep doing it. So then with you, Dianna, what kind of, you kind of assessed your skills and was like, okay, we're going to make something of this. We're going to pursue it. How was the story of that kind of unfold?
Well, I think it was like 4 or 5 years ago, I decided that I wanted to go back to school. Mm-hmm. And I went back to school for marketing communications at Gateway here in Kenosha. And I gained a ton of knowledge. I was able to actually do a lot of my assignments and apply them to our business as I was in school.
That's lovely.
It was so cool. It was almost like a help along with starting your business, kind of.
Yeah.
And in the first year, we actually won Best of Kenosha, just from learning how to market and get the message out there to people to vote and whatnot. And then every year ever since, we got Best of Kenosha, and I gained a ton of knowledge from going to school. And
just to add, Diana's always been my number one fan. I had this passion and this dream to have this DJ business, and I think that she almost just basically threw all her art passion and everything that she has inside of her to the business. She actually probably picked some of the courses that at Gateway and that just to kind of fit around the business. Mm-hmm. So it's like a huge sacrifice that really paid off very well, because for a long time we were freelancing and it seemed like a uphill battle.
Right.
It was tough.
Oh, for sure.
It's been tough, but ever since Dianna started getting really, really creative with the marketing, it seems like it's starting that uphill battle starting to level
be a
off
little
a little
easier.
bit.
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, I like how you described that. That was cool.
It's like an epic teamwork.
Yes.
Yeah, it definitely feels a little bit easier to manage after you have all the knowledge from going to school and that.
And sometimes it's having that idea before going into that can be really helpful, because then you can know what to expect, know what to apply. So.
Right. You'd be surprised how many kids were in class with me that they don't know what they're going to do with their life. And I'm like, eesh,
I've got a goal.
It's so beneficial if you already know what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I know Gateway is very nice in helping you walk through that and apply. And everything like that. So that was nice that they kind of helped you set things up and got things to where we are now. So that is wonderful.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Plus the many years of experience combined with that education. Yeah, it does wonders.
Oh, yeah. You guys have seen it all, probably, right?
We've seen a lot.
For sure.
And then you do one gig and you're like, holy cow, I've never seen that before.
Right? Yeah, man.
Add
Every gig's
that
different.
to the
No
list.
2 gigs are the same. This is true.
All right. We already talked a little bit about, influences and stuff on you, but maybe more specifically, like some of your favorite artists or musicians or people that are currently that not just inspire you, but you keep going back to. Do you have any both like famous or local?
I like Diego Rivera a lot, not just because of the name, but every time I look at his paintings, it inspires me a little bit. They're really nice. I'm hooked on those two.
And I actually love Frida Kahlo.
Frida Kahlo, yeah.
Pardon the coincidence.
No, not at all.
There's another guy, Justin Boa.
Oh yeah, he's really good too.
He's really good. I kind of think that he was influenced by Diego Rivera, but he does like these modern, almost like hip hop DJ pieces. They're super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna check him out. He sounds really cool.
I saw Shelby jot down the name. That's good.
Yes.
Yeah, like these African style pieces. I think the Diego had like almost like an African style to his colors, very,
Pop of color, and then paired with like muted jewel tones. So accenting it with those bright, colorful colors.
Yep.
So
the tropical and all that, mixed all that stuff. Yeah, I like all that. I love when we go to like Texas or California. We've never been to Cali, but we go to Texas or Arizona and that, and you see all them houses and all the colors and everything.
Yeah.
yeah, why not paint your house bright orange? Well,
Yeah, I don't get that.
not Jake because he hates the color orange.
I don't like
but-
orange.
Everything's like pastel, everything.
Yeah, why not add
Totally.
some color?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
But
that
not
one house
orange.
over here that's got like a rainbow on the front. You ever seen that one?
Oh yeah, that one little.
Oh yeah, the
It's
one
right here.
on
Yeah.
7th Avenue. There's a lot of really cool
Yeah.
painted ones. You're right.
But-
Yep, this is true.
I don't know. Why not?
Yeah,
No.
Spice it up.
Yeah.
I
Fresh.
agree.
Keep it fresh.
I agree.
Cool.
So, is there any musicians that inspire you, or any DJs that you kind of like look up to, or anything like that?
Local or otherwise, regional.
Well, DJ Jazzy Jeff, you guys know him from
From
Fresh
the
Prince?
Fresh Prince, yeah.
Oh.
I watched his it was a live set at the Boiler Room in Philly. Had to have been like late 2000, like 2010, somewhere around there, maybe a little later than that. And that is by far the most, like the best, most well put together. I couldn't stop watching. I watched the whole. It was on YouTube too, and I watched the whole 2-hour set or whatever. And I was just like, I rewinded it afterwards, and I'm like, I have to watch this again.
Yeah.
Like it was so cool. So he's definitely one of my favorite DJs, DJ Jazzy Jeff. Growing up though, I used to listen to like the Basement Brothers. I used to listen to DJ Casanova a lot more, the Miami-based guys or whatever. And yeah, now I tend to I don't know what happened to those guys. I don't know if I don't really hear about them anymore, but yeah, those are some big. Oh, you know what? Actually, DJ Bad Mix from Waukegan was a huge influence with us as well.
Oh, Waukegan, that's right here in the area.
Yeah, he was really good. I think he retired, but and then lately we saw DJ Flip Side from Chicago.
Don't forget about Qbert.
It was really interesting. This is like the best the best professional experience I've ever had in my life, and it's thanks to Keith and the Marquee show in Chicago. So they have this photo booth and DJ conference, and this year we were lucky enough to have lessons by DJ Qbert. So, do you guys know who he is?
No.
Okay, he was an AMC champion back in the '80s. He's really good at scratching.
Okay.
He's a pretty big name in the DJ culture, And he gave us like basically like personal lessons. We were like right here.
Wow.
We took like, I want to say one-on-one. There were only like, 3 people in the class?
Yeah, it
That's
was
awesome.
Yeah, so we got real close
So
and
we were able
personal
to
with
take
them.
scratching lessons with
We were able to
Cuba.
ask questions.
Like royalty.
And then
Yeah,
after
he's a
that,
legend.
they had these parties, you know. It was a really cool experience. So we got to go to the party, and that's when Flipside started actually doing his thing, you know. And I'm like, you know, hey guys, kind of felt like Juicy, right? Juicy. Like, man, these guys are snapping. So that was a really cool, inspiring experience, you know. Makes you, because sometimes, you know, it can get kind of like, what do you call it? Like
Repetitive?
repetitive or what
Get
have you.
into a
So-
rhythm.
So
Yeah.
it's very important to find different ways to
Keep it fresh and new.
to keep it fresh and to motivate you. You know, you got to have ways to motivate you, and yeah, that was a very cool experience. Thank you, Keith.
No.
Hope they're listening.
Yeah, shout out to Keith. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I call this the shout out segment.
Yeah.
And give some love to everybody listening, hopefully listening.
Yes. So, with your productions and everything, I kind of call it a production because there's lights, just an energy that you bring to it. Is there something that you kind of focus on when you're setting up your booths and getting your mixes ready? Is there a goal in mind that you have beforehand, depending on like the venue? Or do you have things where you can just be fully creative and go off the walls? I know probably with festivals you can have a little more fun than at a wedding, but just kind of what is that process of getting ready for, like, say, a wedding versus like a festival?
Getting ready for a wedding, I'd say it begins with the communication via email usually, and it can go on for months before they even book us sometimes. And then once we book, it can begin with, we have a wedding music timeline that they can fill out and put all their music choices.
Okay.
Then, as far as getting ready for the actual wedding, like on the day of, there's a setup. Usually takes about 2 hours, depending on if they have photo booth or not. And I know your process of like downloading music and that is separate than what I do.
There's actually a lot of steps. And
Yeah.
there's a lot of.
I'm sure
back-end
I'm missing a
work
million of them.
that most of our customers don't really ever see.
Yeah, a lot of people like online don't really see the behind the scenes
Right.
work.
And I know
We try to make it look easy.
Well, it's funny actually. Mark at the marina shores, he always gets mad at us because he says we take too long. He's always yelling at us. He's like, "Oh, you guys take too long," and we tell Mark, "But Mark, we care about our
I
customers.
said,
Just
Mark,
'cause
we are the
rest of the guys-"
standard. They're not taking long enough.
Exactly.
we try to tie everything down, make it look great, and got to be professional.
We use zip ties and we're very like particular about any cords showing or.
It's important.
So-
It's the little things that
It
help you
really is.
get to the tippy top. So
And you learn as you go. You're
Totally.
like,
I
probably
can
should
tell you
tie
that our setups look nothing like they look today.
Yeah,
like
and
10
that's,
years ago.
That's the thing too. Yeah, it takes a little bit for
You gotta
you to
fake it till
understand.
you make it for a little
right?
while,
You gotta
too.
understand what's important and what's not, and it takes a little bit of experience and for you to actually go out there and actually realize, like, hey man, you gotta step up your game a little bit. You've been doing this for quite a while. But yeah, now we're at our level, at the top of our production. Like you said, we actually are not only offering music and lighting, but we're also doing special effects. We have spark machines that we just purchased.
And CO2 cloud machine.
those little cannon things that go off.
So they're like
Oh,
these
yeah.
floor clouds, and they produce something called dancing on the clouds.
Oh.
So, like for example, for your first dance, or maybe your quinceañera dance with your father, it looks like a dream sequence with clouds on the ground, and then with the spark machines in the background. It just
man.
really makes for
Makes me
a
wanna have a
special moment.
quinceañera.
Yeah, I think you're a little too old for that.
Hey,
But
don't squash my dream.
I'm sorry, Jake. I didn't mean to.
I want to dance on the clouds. I'm a weatherman.
Right, right.
Okay,
That'd be so
fine.
cool.
As long as you take me dress shopping.
We have to do a photo shoot with you with the dancing on the clouds, Jake.
Yes, that's going to be my new profile
Yes.
picture. So it's more than just your normal fog machine.
Right.
This is like
Yes.
CO2, you said?
CO2.
It's actually not
Actually,
CO2.
no, CO2. I'm sorry.
It's
I'm
dry
sorry.
ice.
It's dry ice.
Okay, but that is...
Yes.
But the
Yeah.
CO2
Stand
is
corrected.
coming next. That's next
Okay.
year. Next
Gotcha.
year we'll get some
Yep.
CO2 cannons, like you said.
Yeah,
I was
so-
actually looking at those. Those look pretty cool. I
Yes.
like those. Yeah.
And what's the
Yes.
spark thing? How does that work?
So we have spark machines. We actually tested them on the 4th.
Oh, perfect timing.
Well, my neighbor lit all his mountains of boxes of fireworks. But they're really cool. They're they basically they just light a spark, and it can get pretty tall. I think maybe like 10 feet or something. And
They shoot sparks.
Can you do that inside?
actually,
Yes,
we can.
you can. And you can put your hand right over it
Really?
because it's not pyrotechnics.
They're not pyro.
It's
Technically,
cold
they're a
sparks.
cold spark machine.
Wow.
So yep, they're indoor and outdoor use.
They use
Yep.
these like pellets. I don't know what they're made of, do you?
I'm not 100% sure what the powder's made of,
Okay, gotcha.
but
Oh, it's like a powder, like a sand almost, it looks like.
Okay.
but they look really cool.
Oh,
Look
very
really cool.
nice.
And we're gonna start offering dancing in the clouds for our wedding customers.
Nice.
And special events.
Yep, and
Very
special
good.
events. Absolutely.
And we can get into those special events when we come back from this quick little break. Hey, Marvelous Makers.
And art appreciators.
If you like our podcast,
There's a good chance you like figure art as well.
yes, perhaps you were introduced to drawing from the figure when you were in college and have long enjoyed going to community draws.
Or maybe you've always appreciated figure art but didn't have an opportunity to try it yourself, or didn't know where to go or when, or even if you'd be welcome there, or if you'd feel out of place.
Well, if you'd like to be a part of this ancient craft, we have the solution for you.
We happen to have a world-class drawing studio right here in our own community, located within the 16th Street Art Studios, which is housed at the Racine Business Center, 1405 16th Street.
Draw Joseph Studio is the creation of Joseph Vigneri, one of the most prolific life models around.
Yeah, hasn't he posed like almost 1,200 times?
Yes, and he's introduced over 50 model proteges to the craft of life modeling as well.
Wow.
They constantly have new variety of models to draw from. Free weekly figure draws are every Tuesday night from 6 p.m. till 8:30 p.m.
Wait, did you say free?
Yes, tipping the model is encouraged, but there is no fee to draw.
Tuesdays at 6, you said? Every Tuesday?
Yes and yes. Doors are open at 5:30, so come early and get the best spot. Oh, and Draw Joseph Studio also has 2 monthly draws. On the 4th Friday at 6 p.m. is a special long pose, and every second Sunday at 1 p.m. is a portrait session.
So second Sunday and fourth Friday for specials, but every Tuesday night for regular open session?
Yes, and there's always snacks too.
I love snacks.
Me too.
Draw Joseph's Studio at the Racine Business Center, 1405 16th Street.
Park inside the main gate on the northeast side of the center and go straight into the tunnel. The studio is the very first studio inside the building.
Questions? Go to Draw Joseph Studio Facebook.
Alrighty, and we are back from our lovely little break.
Just like that, we are back.
Talking with Diego. Ooh, my goodness. I cut that out. But
No, don't cut it out. Leave
Yeah.
it in. It's
It's
fine.
Okay.
Diego
forgive
and
you.
Dianna from Midwest DJ Productions. We could talk about your upcoming events if you'd like.
Yay.
Woohoo.
Yes.
Do a little
Yeah,
talking on
yeah.
that. I know you guys are helping out with Pride this weekend coming up as well.
Yes.
So that
This
is
will be out
excited
in
for that.
time to
Yes.
talk about that.
Oh,
That's-
nice.
I'm bringing it up.
Very
I know what I'm doing.
You've been doing your research.
Yes, I have. So you're helping set up with Pride and everything like that, and you have an upcoming festival. If you guys want to talk about that, the Midwest Mix Fest. So
Absolutely. Yes, we have some really cool stuff coming up this summer. We're super excited, super stoked. Starting with this Sunday, right at our downtown grounds. What is that?
Veteran Park.
Veteran Park.
Yeah, Veteran Park.
We'll be assisting with sound, and we'll be helping out with Kenosha Pride. And I know they have some really good artists. I know DJ Haunted House is in there, and then they have our. Do you remember the main act?
Miss Ada Vox from The Voice.
Ooh, very cool.
And Mr. Chad Michaels, which is a Cher impersonator.
Yes.
International Cher impersonator, I believe.
Very nice.
I was watching the YouTube videos from what was it, American Idol, right?
It was The Voice.
The Voice, and
Wait,
yeah,
was it The Voice?
I thought it was
I think it
American Idol. It's the one with
Yeah, it was American Idol, actually.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oops.
Had Katy Perry, right? She was.
Yep, I think
she was one of the
it was
judges.
American Idol.
Oops. There's so many singing shows.
You know,
The
I
Masked-
think she's actually been on like a few different shows.
Masked Singer,
That's
who
maybe why we're
knows?
getting it confused.
But I was quite impressed, though. She is really good.
Nice.
Sounded
good.
really well. I
Powerhouse.
can't wait to hear. Can't wait to hear.
Our friends at Would You Kindly, I think, are performing at
Oh yes,
Kenosha Pride as
Would
well.
You
Kindly is
Ooh,
also
we're so excited for that.
And Lemon Street will also be there. We are sponsoring the kids'
Ooh.
craft
Oh,
area.
awesome.
So you guys will see us
Super
there
cool.
too. Yes.
Hey, you guys might not know this, but 11 years ago, when we first started our Alex's Lemonade Stand Foundation lemonade stands, Lemon Street Gallery was one of the first sponsors.
Wow.
You guys actually gave us some free classes to raffle off. So we have a
Yay.
deep connection to you guys.
That's some great synergy there. The lemon connection.
Yes, yes.
Lemonade, Lemon
We're
Street.
very
No
appreciative of
brainer.
it.
Thank you guys for that.
I didn't know that.
I
because-
cannot take credit because I was not involved 11 years ago, unfortunately.
and
but
I wasn't
Yes.
either, but that's good to know that we.
we'll pass those things
Yeah,
along.
so now, 11 years later, we have our Alex's Lemonade Stand Foundation lemonade stand is now going to be at Midwest Mix Fest.
All right. Yeah, Midwest Mix Fest. When is that?
So that's July 30th and 31st. And we're holding it at the Yacht Club grounds,
The Kenosha Club on
right
Simmons
next to the
Island.
water. Right next to the water, right in Simmons Island. Yep.
Very cool.
And we have 20 of the top DJs from the area, including myself. I'll be on at 7.
Gotcha.
No, actually, I'm sorry. I'll be on at 8
All right.
On the first day, right?
on Saturday.
on the
Saturday.
30th.
Okay.
Along with turkey leg eating contest. We have
actually a live graffiti artist.
Oh, very
He'll be
cool.
setting up a big giant white wall on the first day, and then by the end of the festival, we'll have a big giant graffiti wall mural.
That is so cool.
Yeah, I'm really excited
Very
about
cool.
that.
Katie-
We're setting him up right next to the stage.
Yep.
So.
Yep. And we're gonna put some cool lights, and
Yes.
he's gonna
And a truss
be
arch. It's
something
gonna be
cool
really,
to watch.
really
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. And then we got Katie Wallner's
Yes, her
art bus
Hot
making
Mess Express.
an
Oh,
appearance. If you guys,
Our brand new art bus.
Yes, she's been working so hard on that, you guys. So hard. She is our office neighbor. So we've had the pleasure of watching this bus be transformed, and they're doing a great job.
Oh, yay. I've been hearing the GoFundMe for that's been going really well. So
Oh, that's awesome. to hear.
great to hear. Yes.
We got to get
Yes.
Katie on the podcast.
Yes.
Hey, I was going to tell you that next. Yes. She'd be
You
a
hear
great,
that, Katie? We're coming.
coming for you.
She'd be a great one.
Check your emails.
She's a busy girl, too. so-
Oh, yeah, it might be tough.
Yep.
Yeah. Well.
got 911 tacos. We'll take care of your taco emergencies.
And we'll be having a taco eating competition.
Wow. All sorts of eating competitions.
Andre the Giant Taco,
The
I
Andre
think it's
the
called.
Giant.
Yeah.
Challenge.
There you go.
Sounds
The
intimidating.
Andre the Giant Taco Challenge. It's a giant taco.
Oh, boy.
You gotta eat it under 10 minutes
So
or
come
15
hungry.
minutes or something, but it's supposed to be like huge. I've seen it on YouTube. It's pretty.
Am I the only
intense.
one here that's attempted an eating contest like that?
I haven't.
I did the one at Frank's Diner.
Oh, wow. That's
How'd it go?
cool.
Failed miserably.
Oh, no.
Miserably. I think they gave me more than they
Oh.
did. Kevin, if you're listening, can you confirm or deny whether or not that was
Right,
more?
right.
It was also very hot that day. That's
Ah.
one of my complaints. Sun was in my eyes.
right.
Anyways,
Well, come try our Under the Giant challenge. It'll be on Sunday.
okay. Sunday the 31st.
Saturday, we have Taste Buds Barbecue sponsoring our turkey leg eating contest. And the contestants for that is shaping up to be pretty cool, right? Who do we got so far? We have our defending champion,
Portia Bennett,
Portia Bennett.
Oh, from
Guardian of the
Time
Year
Magazine
from Time
fame.
Magazine.
Magazine.
Yes, Kenosha's very own.
And then we have one of Kenosha PD's finest. We're still waiting to hear back from the department, but I
To
think
be
they're
determined.
gonna loan us one of the officers to see how many turkey legs they can eat.
Hopefully a hungry one.
Right?
And our third contestant is Alderman Kennedy.
Oh, Anthony
Yep,
Kennedy.
Anthony Kennedy.
So he is confident that he's going to bring his A game.
Yeah, he's
and
already talking trash and
nobody's
all of
gonna
that.
take him down.
Oh, that's a must see. Definitely head on out, and that's on the second day.
That's the first day at 6 p.m.
July 30th.
Our good friend DJ Big Phil will be mixing an Afro house set for your enjoyment while the turkey eating is going on.
Oh, nice.
That's
And
gonna
that's
be a
Phil
blast.
Fontaine. I'm sorry, not Big Phil.
Yep.
What more
Be a
could you
blast.
want?
Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, I just have little makeshift food eating competitions. Like my mom I'll give us like a little slice of cake and just say, "Here you guys go," and she wouldn't know, but we would go outside on the porch and be like, "All right, guys, we're gonna make a mess and have a pie eating competition or a cake eating competition."
That's great.
And every time we did it, we would obviously have food all over our faces, and she'd just be like, "Did you guys just eat the cake or food like really messily or something? Like, what's going on, guys?" And we're like, "Oh, nothing," because we didn't want her to stop us from doing the eating competition. So that's the closest thing to an eating competition.
Man, I really need to teach these kids some manners.
Yeah, but it was the Wild West when I was a kid. So living out in the middle of nowhere. So
You had to make your own fun.
yes, that was our own fun,
Exactly.
and sitting in tubs of ice and see who could stay in the longest.
Okay, now that sounds dangerous.
That's
Yeah.
a
You guys
challenge
were
right
funny.
Like David Blaine or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, right?
And then we do, because we're right on the lake, and then we do competitions like who can hold their breath the longest. My mom doesn't know
who can pass out
anything.
first.
Yeah, my mom doesn't know any
Oh
of
my
this.
I hope you're listening, Shelby's mom.
We're living on the wild side.
Right.
You're going to get some phone calls tonight.
Yeah, Friday night.
Yeah. She knew that I was always getting into trouble, but yeah, she didn't stop me. She said she'll learn. But speaking of this festival and all these grand things, if you had a project that didn't require time or money, is there something that you'd want to plan out or just have a big project?
Like a dream project.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Oh, you're good.
I have a dry throat.
Nope, you're
Oh,
good.
wait, if we take a pause for a sec, we can edit that out. You got that,
I
Josh?
got a tickle in my throat. Sorry about that. A dream project. So we talked a little bit about this earlier.
I thought Reggae Fest with Bob Marley, and even throw Kurt Cobain in there just for fun. In the
Okay.
moon.
On the moon?
On the moon. On the moon.
Oh my goodness.
And John Lennon could play too. Who else could we throw in there?
Okay,
maybe,
wait.
maybe Hendrix can open.
Yeah.
You got by with Kurt Cobain before I realized that he's dead. And
Yeah.
then Lennon, I'm like, no, he's definitely dead. What? And how did I not catch Bob Marley?
But Bob Marley would be the headliner.
Headlining
And then
Bob
we
Marley.
would also have to put Manu Chao in there. And then Stick
You're
Figure.
like, who?
No. I'd be like, it took you till Kurt Cobain to know.
I'm an idiot.
It's okay. It's okay. Because it was like, all right, we're doing something, I guess, not that it's not realistic. I think he was expecting something a little more. Because unfortunately, we cannot bring back people
that is
back
if
from
time,
the dead.
money, and reality
And
are
reality
yes.
didn't
Yes,
exist, right?
in reality, yes.
That's a
Yes, I
great question.
mean, it
Let's
was-
add that.
Ooh,
There
yes.
you go. Yeah.
Yes.
I
So,
kind of
Yeah.
thought of the most far-fetched concert I could have thought of.
I mean,
thought
I want to go to that.
yeah, I want to go to that too.
Right.
Just need a spacesuit.
Yeah. Got to work out space travel. We got to get with Donovan on that.
Yeah, Donovan. It's not the first time we've mentioned space travel on this podcast.
Have you
Donovan
guys
Shearer.
ever heard of silent parties?
Yeah, where they have the headphones on
Yes.
and they're just like
So
dancing.
it would be a silent party on the moon.
There you go.
That's true. Yeah, because I
That's
don't
goals.
know. In space, no one can hear you scream, as they say. So
Yeah, sound doesn't travel.
Probably a lot of headphones.
yeah.
Yeah, a lot of headphones. Wired into some breathing apparatus or something.
Right.
Or just get a big old party dome.
Party
Either way.
dome. That sounds like the future to me.
Yes.
We'll get there. We'll get
Yeah.
there.
That answer.
We gotta
I
get-
love that
We gotta get
answer.
NASA on this.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a priority.
Got to get them involved.
Yeah. Come on, NASA. Okay.
All right, I'll take the next one.
Yes.
This is, we're in our fun segment of the show right now. The funny.
Nice.
So, what are some of the funniest comments you've heard about your DJing or at a gig? Any funny comments? People come up and request a weird song, maybe, or
funny stories.
Any funny
Yeah.
stories?
Well, I'll start telling you the funniest story, and then you can kind of finish it. So we had an idea one time to do like these videos after a wedding
Oh boy.
to get like a review,
Okay.
to get like a
get
true
a
review,
video
like in
review.
live time. And so
That didn't even go as
it
planned.
didn't go that well because they were kind of like
Alcohol.
intoxicated.
Yeah.
There was a lot of swearing going
By
on.
the end of the interview, the bride was like, "Get over here, you're done." Like she was like,
She was-
"No more."
So it was
no more.
the groom and the best man. That's who we were interviewing.
The best man wanted to pet my beard, if I remember
Oh, no.
correctly.
All night long, by
All
the
night
way.
long. And he said that was the best
He
thing I
was,
ever
yeah,
brought.
you were the best thing I ever saw.
And he's marrying someone.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, no, wait, the
He
best
was the
man.
best
Never
man.
You're the
mind.
best thing I ever saw. I want to pet your beard
Beautiful
all night
beard
long.
All night long.
And then he went, and like started making these weird noises.
It's really funny. You can go on YouTube and actually see it.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Yes,
Good.
it's a lot of fun.
To say the least, we never try to do a after event interview ever again.
Maybe, yeah, it's a beforehand thing.
Right,
maybe.
right.
Or the morning after.
Yeah. Hungover, just standing there like, you guys are great. I have a headache.
Seriously, I
saw-
can't feel my body.
Yeah.
I saw a video recently. It was popped up on my Facebook or something, and it was a wedding, and the people. There was somebody who had a camera, and they were like interviewing the people before their first drink and then after their last drink.
Oh yeah, I've
They
seen that
I
video.
think I might
It
have
was-
been able to. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
I've
It
seen
was like
that
on
too.
TikTok or something.
Yeah, I think it might have been
Yeah.
TikTok.
I've seen it, yeah.
And so that one reminded
I think
me
we
of
might
that.
start doing those.
Got a lot of access to
Don't
them.
make you look good, but people like to watch them.
Quite a juxtaposition.
Advertising.
Yeah,
Got to
yeah,
get them
yeah.
in somehow.
Gotta keep it fresh.
Yes, definitely. So, yeah, funny. That's pretty funny. So turning our direction a little more to the art community, whether that be musically or visually or anything like that. Do you have any opinions on it? Anything that we could do to improve on it? Just any comments in general?
Thoughts on the local art community and music community?
I think Kenosha has and is becoming a really strong art community and music community, actually. Art and music go hand in hand.
Definitely.
We're a part of the Kenosha Creative Space, and they're like a hub for all the creatives in Kenosha. And it's been really inspiring, actually, to be around all that creativity constantly.
Yeah, I always talk to folks from around surrounding areas, and they're always like, "Oh, you guys in Kenosha, you guys are always doing cool, different stuff." Like, you know, I always get a lot of compliments, especially since we opened up our office right here in the downtown. So, absolutely, I think that if anything, I just say more events, more art, more. Let's do as much as we can. More seminars, more lessons. Let's teach the young. You know, let's teach them about arts because, you know, music too. It's really important. It seems like a lot of times we forget. You know, our public schools are not giving our young kids like I think sometimes it's not their fault, but they don't have enough art. They don't have a fair compared to some other schools.
Yeah,
from some
the
other
resources
areas.
aren't as
the resources.
available.
You know,
Right.
So just more of it. Yeah, keep it strong, keep it fresh, and keep doing it. Keep moving forward.
Yeah, definitely agree with that. Yeah, and we have built up a bit of a reputation for being a
think so.
hot
We
spot
have,
lately,
yeah.
much to some people's surprise. The people that maybe don't come out to the shows and stuff, but
And everyone knows, like, after the unrest, what did we do? We put art everywhere,
yeah,
right?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I mean,
it helps you deal with
that's not
that kind of
inspirational.
thing. Yeah, and we talked about how art is like a basic form of human communication, and music
Totally.
is definitely the same way.
Definitely.
and it helps connect. and we definitely need to connect nowadays.
Yes.
Yes,
for sure.
especially with the digital world that we are living in now, where our young kids like to do more of screen time, and video gaming. We need to be able to give them options and to give them outlets so they can actually go and socialize, because we're losing a little bit of that. And art, music, that's the outlet right there. That's the way.
I agree wholeheartedly with that.
Here.
Yes. And I know with COVID and everything, I know that probably had an effect on things with you guys. And I'm glad you overcame all that. And you're coming back even stronger. So
Thank you.
Working with that, what had happened with COVID, just assessing that, realizing, that was a point in time, but maybe we can just come together afterwards and really focus on community and focus on expressing ourselves, because we just went through something crazy. So let's have fun. Let's express ourselves. Let's learn some new things about ourselves, whether that's taking a class or just exploring. So definitely love that positive mindset.
Yes.
For sure. Alrighty.
Well, we're at the end of our questions, but is there anything that we didn't talk about that you guys wanted to mention? Shout outs?
I also wanted to shout out our Hispanic Heritage Fest, which is September 17th and 18th, right?
17th and 18th.
It's going to be here before you know it.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. And that's a very important festival for us, because that's when we celebrate our independence.
Definitely.
So we get together as a community, as a Hispanic community, and we we display some of our art, some of our dancing, some of our music.
Our culture.
Yeah, basically our culture. And you guys will have an opportunity to taste some of the best food, if not the best food.
All in one area.
Hispanic food in Kenosha.
Oh, man.
That we have to offer. In surrounding areas, we're getting vendors from all over the area, and we're doing our best to try to mix it up so we can not just give you guys tacos, we want to try to give you guys empanadas, try to give you guys pupusas.
Yeah, we want to be able to give like a fair representation
jerk
of
chicken,
all
just
Hispanic
a nice-
American country.
I'm there. I mean,
Yes.
you got me.
Yes. Got us with the food.
and you guys, if you didn't go last year, you'll really, really enjoy the folk dance teams that we have. We have some really, really cool folk dance teams, and not only adults, but we got some kids that are going to be out there dancing. So definitely, if you can, come check it out, because they do some really good work. I know they take a lot of time to prepare, and the outfits are like super cool. And so make sure you
They
guys
wear like the traditional dresses that flow
so
and
pretty.
can spin around, and they look, they're beautiful.
We're booking bands, and we'll have DJs. We'll have some acoustic acts. We'll have some mariachi. The list goes on. So we'll just be ready for it. September 17th and 18th at the band shell.
At the band shell,
That's at the
Noyer
band
Park.
shell.
Yep. Know your park.
Very good. Yeah, definitely show up to that.
Yes. I remember catching part of it on Facebook, I think, last year, and it was beautiful. The dancing was beautiful, and just seeing that culture and just a snippet of everyone just coming together for it. It was wonderful to see on
honestly
Facebook.
like when we came up with the idea to do Hispanic Heritage Fest, we approached Francisco, and it was like 3 months away. And when we started approaching different businesses in Kenosha, it's like, this isn't just going to be a small event, you guys. Like,
It's gonna be big.
They didn't let us have just a small event.
No.
Like, we're going to take this, and like every business owner and member of our community made it amazing. Like, everybody brought their A game, the food, the music, everything just went so perfect and beautifully. The city, like almost everybody went to it or saw it. And are like really excited about it this year.
The only complaint last year was that there wasn't enough room.
Yeah.
Oh.
Everybody was too tight, and this was on basically. I think they closed down the block, didn't they? It was like on a block, or no, we had it at the empty lot.
Yeah, it was actually
right
the
next to
empty lot.
creative
Yeah,
space.
right in front of the
Oh, yeah,
Kenosha
yeah.
mural.
So there was plenty of space.
That's a pretty big area,
you know, and we had so many folks. that was the only complaint. That like, you guys got to get a bigger spot for next year. And yeah, like she said, when we first started planning, we never thought it would be that big, that huge. It seems like Kenosha has a little bit of
there was like a deficit
yeah
for Hispanic
For-
culture and
if you guys
celebrations.
think about it, I mean, if you can't name any other kind of celebration in Kenosha for Hispanic Americans, I mean, can you?
Like Dia de los Muertos, maybe, but
I don't know what we do.
even
much
that's
on that
a
day.
new
Yeah.
event. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one actually. With Francisco.
yeah.
But even that one just kind of started maybe like a few years
Yeah,
ago.
that's what I mean.
It's
That's
newer,
a
yeah.
newer event.
But
so.
traditionally, Kenosha, never really had anything like that. Where Racine, they have Mexican Fiesta. Milwaukee has Mexican Fiesta. There's Italian Fest. There's plenty of other representation for other cultures, other cities represent. But Kenosha, I think, has been missing that representation.
Absolutely.
So we're glad that we're able to put it together. We're glad that Francisco's helping so much to really be able to make it as big as we're doing. And Carla over at Lamelli's as well. If you guys get a chance to visit Lamelli's Butcher Shop, they have some really good prices and they have some really good selection, fresh produce. But yeah, they've been
Smoked pork chops, you guys. Get them.
Shout out to Lamelli's.
They're so good.
they've been great. Help San Luis jumped on board right away. Best burritos in town.
Oh, yeah.
San Jose Bakery jumped on board right away. So it's been and the list goes on too. I could sit here name businesses and folks all day that are supporting and just helping out.
That we're dying to support, by the way. And maybe they weren't English speaking, so they didn't get the opportunity.
Right? Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yep. So there's a need and we're gonna go strong and try to fill that need.
So great. So inspiring to hear about these
Yes.
awesome new events coming up.
Oh, and also Juneteenth started this year, too.
Yes, that was so nice to finally
Yes,
get
that was a
that.
ton of fun. We were actually able to speak for a few minutes on stage to talk about Hispanic heritage and invite everyone to come out to Hispanic Heritage Fest.
Yeah.
That was a ton of fun.
Nice.
Love to see it. Anything to bring people together.
Oh,
Yes. Oh,
Celebrate
man, the food
cultures.
at that festival was
Oh man.
outstanding. We actually picked up one of our vendors, a Jamaican food lady that's probably going to come
It's gonna
to
be a
our Midwest
Midwest
Mix
Mix.
Fest.
What are you guys doing on July 30th?
Yeah, like we were going around like vendor shopping.
It's a lot of fun actually.
It
You gotta
is.
That's
It's
cool.
a
It's a
ton of
taste
fun.
test.
markets and-
Yes, yes. We're like, oh, that vendor would be great for our festival.
I like the cheese curds.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many of them now.
There's so many
Yeah,
good ones
it's
now, you
great.
guys. Oh, it's so exciting. A lot of different markets and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So.
Becoming a hub for that.
Yes.
We got some retro vendors that have some really cool clothes and that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
like vintage clothing
Nintendo
or like
stuff,
throwback toys and
We
yeah.
got some of that stuff coming too, so we're excited
Yep,
about them.
yep.
Yeah. Some local Kenosha guys.
And we'll have a kids area at Midwest Mix Fest also.
Nice.
Something for everybody. Bring the whole family.
Yes. Yep, for
Well,
sure.
if you guys ever need art, you know where to come. We will gladly help out with anything like that. So
Oh, that's
if
awesome.
you ever
Thank
want to
you.
add a
Thank you.
project or anything, yep, you can always come to us.
Oh, that's so cool.
So,
Thank
yeah,
you.
definitely.
So
The
awesome.
And
invite
if you
is
guys ever
included.
need any sound, lighting, or
Lighting.
special
Yeah.
effects,
Yep.
you know who to call.
Definitely.
There you go.
Please, we're right here
Yep.
We're
at your service.
we're slowly trying to think about ways where we can tie in. I probably didn't tell you about this yet, Jake, but you're
Surprise.
hearing about it now. Because I was going to mention it at the board meeting, but hey, whatever. We were thinking about slowly tying in some live music for our second Saturday reception. So small acoustic sets, but having a local artist here playing.
That'd be
So,
great.
Yeah.
Well, you know I'm going to
That's
be
a great idea.
supportive of
Oh,
that.
well,
You
yeah.
didn't have
Oh,
to
yeah.
run that
Oh,
by
yeah.
me. I mean, we already have live music at the art market.
Yeah, I
so,
know.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Gotta run it by the board. I'm not reckless, okay?
Yep. Adding music to any event is
Yes, definitely.
the way to go, for sure.
Yeah, because for Make Music Day, we had Daniel Thompson here. It
We
was
love
just-
Daniel Thompson.
It was beautiful.
We follow that guy around.
Yeah, shout out to Uptown Observer. We're fans, big time.
Yes. So we were just working on collage while he was singing and playing his guitar, and it was just such a beautiful environment and
Oh, that's cool.
everything. So we're looking to kind of get some local music involved because
Nice.
we want to represent as many people as possible. So,
Totally.
and we're
Love
not a
it.
big venue, so it's just like,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll figure something out.
Something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's something for us.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah.
We'll make room for everyone.
Right.
But yeah, thank you guys so much. Is there anything that you want to shout out, like socials or anywhere people can follow you?
Where can people find you? They want you for their wedding or something.
MidwestDJProductions.com is the website. 624 57th Street is the address for the office.
Roll up.
Side door, second floor.
Yeah. You can find us on social media, Midwest DJ Productions, all social media,
Twitter, Facebook, Instagram.
all that good stuff.
TikTok.
TikTok.
We just started our
We're
TikTok, you
starting.
guys. I think I have like one video up.
Yeah,
Shelby teases me because I'm old and I say TikTok. What?
the good old TikTok.
Tickety talkers.
It's okay. We have one and we haven't posted anything
Oh,
yet. So
okay.
we're in the same boat. I haven't gotten to
That's
that
fine.
work yet.
I'm
not
still
gonna
kind of
know.
figuring it out. So.
Yes.
On a side note, I did want to give a shout out to longtime Kenosha DJs, brothers Rob and Ryan Guerrero. Our prayers are with you guys. We love you guys, and I know it's a really tough time for you guys right now. We love you guys, and we're here for you guys.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
They had a loss in the family currently.
Oh, okay. Well, our condolences to them.
Yes.
And yeah, thanks for the shout out. And
The love and support. We love
it.
the support. Yes. And you guys can find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. You can watch episodes on YouTube. You can find us wherever you get your podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. So find us there, listen, and leave us a like, leave us a review, give us some feedback.
Yeah.
Tell us how we're doing.
We got some feedback recently, and it was actually nice.
Yes.
And good to have insight on what people like to hear. So makes us better.
Well, you guys are doing a great job in my book.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you,
We had a
guys.
blast.
Aw. Well, that concludes this episode, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.
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 Peace.
Depression, addiction, the thrill that you seek. Our restlessness caged is the fire we need. We're here.